Hello and welcome back to inmr, where in today's podcast I'm going to be doing my full Euro prediction. The Euros kick off tonight by the time this comes out. We're just a few hours away from the first game where Germany take on Scotland, and I'm going to be predicting everything from exactly how the group stages are going to go all the way to the final. We're also going to be talking about a shock exit, the dark horse team, golden boot winner, golden glove winner, young player of the tournament, overall player of the tournament, all sorts of stuff going on. We've got the full tournament bracket from the UEFA website, and you obviously just go through, predict exactly how the group's going to go, where everyone's going to place, and then it goes through a normal knockout bracket. So these are the groups on screen now. Obviously Group A starts tonight with Germany facing Scotland. Hungary and Switzerland are also in there. Group B, group of death, is Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. Group C is Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia and England. Group D, Poland, Netherlands, Austria, France. Group E, we've got Belgium, Slovakia, Romania and Ukraine. And finally Group F, Turkey, Georgia, Portugal and Czechia. They're all the groups. As you can see, we've got all the groups here. And then at the bottom, I select 4 best third place teams that I think are going to progress to the knockout round. So we start off with Group A. I think we'll very simply put Germany in first. I'd be very shocked if they didn't get anything but first, to be honest. I've seen quite a few people say that they think Hungary are going to progress, but I don't think they will. I actually think Hungary are going to come last. I think Scotland will come second, and I think Scotland will come third, and I think Switzerland will come second. I just think because good quality in goal, they've got a decent midfield, obviously Xhaka in there. Scotland's striker, I believe, went out injured, so I think Scotland, I do think they'll probably progress actually, but I think Switzerland will just beat them to it for the second place. Now, Group B, group of death by far. I think immediately you put Albania at the bottom, unfortunately for them. Spain, I think, have got a really good side, and I think they've got an outside chance of actually going really far in the tournament. I actually think Italy are going to come third, Croatia second, which takes me nicely on to shock exit, which I think will be Italy. I don't think they're going to get enough points to progress. And we've seen it a few times in history where a team will win the tournament and the next time they come into it, they don't progress through the groups. And I think that is going to happen to Italy. They've got an abundance of talent in there across all areas of the pitch. I just can't see them getting the results to take them there. I can see them getting a win against Albania, of course, but apart from that, I can't see them getting anything else from the group. So that's my shock exit, Italy. Group C, it's got to be England, got to be confident. On paper, they should be the favourites alongside France, in my opinion. Serbia, I think, are going to come second. I think they've got some real quality in that side. And Denmark, fourth. I think Slovenia could do enough because they've got Benjamin Sesko there. So I think they could be quite lucky and still go through. Denmark, I know they've got Rasmus Højlund, but I just don't rate him, to be honest. I think Denmark are going to fall straight away. Group D, this is once again a fairly easy one. I think France will top it. Netherlands, I think, underrated as well. They've got some really good youth talent in there. Poland, Austria, I think Poland have just got a bit more natural talent across all areas of the pitch. I think Austria are going to come last in there. Group E, Belgium pretty easily, Ukraine second, they're my dark horses. I think Romania are going to struggle and come last, Slovakia third. I think that's probably the easiest group there is, to be totally honest with you. I'd be very surprised if it's different to that. Final group, once again fairly easy, you'd have to put Portugal up there. I've seen people talking about Georgia quite a lot because of Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, but I don't think one player is going to do anything, to be honest. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I can't see that one player is going to take a nation very far. Turkey second for me and Czechia third. Which third place teams will finish with the most points? Obviously, I'm not going to go Italy because they're my shock exit. I think Poland would be lucky. I think immediately you go Scotland, because I think they'll be unlucky to even miss out on second. I do think it's going to be tight. Slovenia, there is certainly quality in there. As I said, they've got Sesko up front alongside various other talented players, so I think they should be okay. I'm going to go Poland because I can see them outperforming both Slovakia, Italy and Czechia, and then it's between Slovakia and Czechia for me. And I'm going to go Czechia because win against Georgia, draw against Turkey, that 4 points is normally enough. Whereas for Italy, I can only see them getting a win against Albania, 3 points. I just can't see Italy doing much. Obviously they should, and this could easily swap. For some reason, I think that that's going to be the shock exit. Nothing ever goes totally normal, and I think that's going to be the big one. So if we continue on to the knockout stages, we've got Spain versus Czechia, Germany versus Serbia, Portugal versus Scotland, Netherlands versus Ukraine, Belgium versus Slovenia, France versus Turkey, England versus Poland, and Switzerland versus Croatia. If we start back at the top, Spain versus Czechia, I think Spain comfortably win that one. Same with Germany versus Serbia. Portugal versus Scotland, same again. Netherlands versus Ukraine is such an interesting one, and I speak about it in a podcast that comes out next week about some players to watch out for, and one of them I do speak about is Lunin, and I think if Ukraine can somehow get one of these games to penalties, that's another massive shock, and I do think Ukraine are the dark horses for this. I think that there's something about this Ukraine side, and there is quality in there. Mikhailo Mudryk, yes, he's not done it at Chelsea, but you can see there's a player in there. Lunin, as I say, take this to penalties, he will win that for Ukraine all day long. We've seen how good he is in high-stake moments. Saw him against Man City in the Champions League. He's an excellent goalkeeper. Dovbyk up front, 24 goals this season. He's been superb. Mykolenko, I think, has had a great season at Everton. There is quality around this squad. Quality says that Netherlands will go through, but I'm just going to put it out there now. I would not be surprised if Ukraine win on penalties in the round of 16. So I'm going to put Netherlands through, reluctantly to be honest. Belgium versus Slovenia, a lot easier. France versus Turkey, I'm going to go France. England versus Poland, England. And then Croatia through against Switzerland. So that takes us through to our quarterfinals, which is Spain, Germany, Portugal versus Netherlands, Belgium versus France, England versus Croatia. Spain versus Germany, I see Germany going through on this one. I think that'll be a really tight game, really good game to watch, but I do think they'd do it. Portugal versus the Netherlands, I see Portugal just, once again, a really good game. I think Portugal just got a bit more quality and experience up front. Netherlands have the better defence in my opinion, but there's only so long that you can keep someone as experienced as Ronaldo out for. Belgium versus France, you've got to go for France, really, they are the favourites. And England, I'd like to think, could go through there. Semi-finals, Germany versus Portugal, France versus England. Germany versus Portugal, I'm actually quite confident that Germany are going to go quite far in this tournament. Not just because it's their home tournament, but just the youth, the young quality and the potential that's there for many years to come is obviously really exciting, but also the balance that they've got with the experienced players. I think that Kai Havertz is going to be a big player in this tournament, and I'm really interested to see how he gets on in that striker role, which has been announced that he will be playing in, and I can see him doing really well. France versus England, I would like to say England, but that's potentially being biased. That is being biased. I do believe England can beat France, I genuinely do, but there's always something with this England side where they just can't get over the line, and as much as I actually do genuinely believe that they do it, the reality is France will most likely win, which gives us Germany versus France final. If England beat France, I think they'd beat Germany, but I do think France will most likely win if I'm being totally realistic. And realistically, I think France will win. So this is my bracket. As you can see here, my winners are France. This is how my groups look. My third place teams are Scotland, Slovenia, Poland and Czechia. This is the map to the final, all the way down here. And then France beating Germany in the final. Moving on to the individual awards, obviously if France win this, it's pretty obvious that Mbappe would win the Golden Boot. I can see Jordan Pickford winning the Golden Glove. I think that throughout the group stages, England aren't going to concede many goals just because of the quality that's in that group. And then obviously playing nations like Poland, England could get a clean sheet there as well. I don't think many other teams will get that, so I'm going to go Jordan Pickford. Young player of the tournament, Jude Bellingham, of course. I think that's going to be fairly easy. Unless Germany win it, then it'll probably be somebody like Florian Wirtz. Player of the tournament, Kylian Mbappe, once again, very, very self-explanatory. So that is my Euro predictions. As I said, the first game kicks off in just under 3 hours by the time that this is out. Very excited to see how it all pans out, and we'll see in a month's time how much I got right. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there is plenty more that you can go and listen to right now. I've also got a website where there's loads of extra stuff on there, like match reports, all the Euro updates, analysis pieces. There's loads on there. That's inmr.football.co.uk. The link for that is also in the description. And if that's not enough, INMR is also on Instagram and X. You can go and follow me on both of those platforms. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one.